Alright, you guys, it's Gucci, it's your boy, SJK out, the first black Super Saiyan to work around this planet. I'm back here with another video. We got this Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, Cartoon Network versus DC Comics, Death Battle, straight from Screw Attack. They about to get into it. We about to rumble. We about to see what's up. I'm finna not cast my vote yet, but what I'm gonna say, Ben is OP, bruh. Ben is OP. He has more than 10,000, probably more than 10, I think more than 10,000 species of aliens within this device that come with different various abilities. So, yeah. He's pretty OP. We're gonna go ahead and get into this. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. We're gonna start this now. Let's get into this now. Hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and cast your votes down below of who's gonna win, because I don't know who's gonna win yet. But for me, I'm not going to cast my vote yet. I want to see what we got, for his power sets. But let's go. Let's get it. Shouts out to Ben.
Have gazed
Shouts
at the
out
stars,
to Hal Jordan.
contemplating the possibilities of first contact with an alien race. Will we exchange gifts of peace or weapons of war?
Weapons. Definitely weapons. Like these ones.
Ben 10, protector of Earth and wielder of the Omnitrix.
And the Green Lantern,
Hal
galactic
Jordan.
lawman and bearer of the Power Ring. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to
It's
find
a
out
weird
who would
matchup,
win
but
a
it kind of
death
makes
battle.
sense. They're both space cops anyway. Almost.
Benjamin Tennyson was just your average 10-year-old boy. He loved video games, hated school, and was prepared to have the most boring summer vacation ever until destiny fell from the sky. Upon discovering a strange crash-landed alien device, it stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid.
Now he's got superpowers. He's no
ordinary kid, he's Ben 10.
Sorry, Wiz. I just can't help myself. That theme song's so damn catchy.
This strange device was the Omnitrix, a portable library of intergalactic genetic data that can transform its user into a variety of different alien species.
Sounds like the perfect way to get freaky with some alien babes from all across the galaxy.
Well,
Yep.
you do you.
Well,
but the cosmic
Big Chill
warlord
did have a
Vilgax
baby
had
alien
something
voice.
different in mind. With the Omnitrix technology, he planned to create an army of superpowered aliens
Yep.
and conquer the universe.
Yeah, typical villain stuff. But old Hentai Face would have to wait, because Ben got the watch first and became a superhero. Well, okay, first he burned down a forest, but then he got busy with the hero stuff.
The Omnitrix contains a built-in radio, universal translator, distress signal, a
1
self-defense
million
pulse
DNA
blast
samples.
against anyone trying
Over
to force
1
it off
million
Ben's wrist,
DNA
and,
samples.
as a bonus, it can tell time.
And whenever Ben comes across a new alien he'd like to cosplay, it can scan their DNA so he can add them to his transformation collection. And he's got a ton to choose from.
Yeah.
He's got alien forms that can control the elements like lightning, water, ice, earth, and fire with his very first transformation ever,
Yeah.
Heat Blast, along with some just beautiful fire puns.
I'm totally hot.
You gotta respect the classics.
As Forearms, he's strong enough to create shockwaves with mere punches.
Yep.
As Accelerate, he can run fast enough to dodge lightning.
Yep.
As Diamond Head, he can survive massive explosions like they were nothing.
Yep.
But if you prefer brains over brawn like myself, he can increase his intelligence with alien forms like Brainstorm.
Don't forget, when Ben is in a situation where he's about to die, the Omnitrix will turn him into an alien as a failsafe to keep him from dying. So let's say, for example, he's about to drown. The Omnitrix will react, and it will turn him into an alien that can survive underwater and save him.
Who has an IQ of 1 nonillion. That's a 1 followed by 30 zeros, and more than 3 octillion times greater than the highest recorded IQ in history.
He can fly as Jet Ray,
Jet Ray.
duplicate himself with Ditto,
Ditto.
and eat his feelings away as Upchuck. Wiz, that's really not a healthy way to handle issues.
You know, you're right, Boomstick.
Yeah, he should really just stick
Upchuck-
to alcohol.
Upchuck OP,
And
bruh.
if he ever wants to suck for some reason, he's got Waka Trout, which is a fish with legs. And that's it.
Probably Ben's worst transformation, and that's saying a lot considering he has an alien literally named the Worst.
If old-timey horror movies are your thing, Ben can transform into every classic monster you can think of. Because I guess zombies and werewolves were aliens all along.
Wolf
I
Ben,
knew
that
it.
was the
Through
dope
different
transformation.
forms, Ben
Ben
can
Wolf.
manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe, like gravity, radiation, time, and energy.
Ugh.
For instance,
It's
once absorbed the
so
entirety
great.
of the Big Bang, and then fired it at a robot supervillain, creating a time loop and saving the universe.
Yeah, as he's got used to hero work, Ben's aliens started getting pretty insane. Like way big, who's basically a giant kaiju who can fire a cosmic ray from his chest, powerful enough to hurt a being made of pure energy.
Yeah.
And let's not forget my personal favorite alien, Mole Stash. He's a mole who punches people with his mustache. You can't write that.
Truly a fearsome addition to Ben's
Shouts
massive
out to
arsenal.
Ben 10
But
Omnitrix.
contrary to the show's very specific title, Ben's Omnitrix doesn't just have access to 10 alien forms. In fact, it has 1,912,000.
It was locked at 10.
He's no ordinary kid. He's
He
been
unlocked it.
1,912.
More.
Yeah, doesn't quite roll off the tongue like Ben 10, does it? Well, let's see if I can take one of these babies for a spin.
Where did you get that?
Don't worry about it. Oh,
Well, the Omnitrix does have one drawback. It usually has an automatic cooldown period for a few minutes between transformations, because overuse can permanently disfigure the user's DNA.
alright, we're gonna say that 4 seconds earlier. If you'll excuse me, I need to pee out my face.
I'll fix this later. This cooldown would be a recurring issue for Ben until he discovered Master Control, a special code which, when input into the Omnitrix,
Well, Ben pretty much has master control now. He can turn from whatever alien he wants. Yeah, he has a cooldown, but the cooldown is kind of irrelevant now, because he can literally turn into whatever alien he wants on the spot now. The cooldown stopped being a thing around, like, until we got the ultimate alien. Up until then, he don't gotta really deal with the cooldown no more. So him, and his body becoming disfigured, he don't gotta worry about that. That really only happened to Kevin. But Ben, he's all good, bruh. The only thing that was going to kill him was in Ben 10 Secrets of the Omnitrix, when the Omnitrix was about to explode and it was at its ends meet, and he had to meet Azimuth to repair the Omnitrix. So,
just
Ben's
let him
OP
use
with
it
that
however
watch,
he
bro.
wanted.
And if he's ever on death's door, the watch will automatically pop him into whatever alien body it thinks he needs at the time to survive whatever's happening.
I said
And
that,
there's
my
one
G.
form that's almost always the best answer.
Alien
Alien
X.
X. Born in the forge of creation beyond the multiverse itself, Alien X is a celestial sapient, the most powerful species in the universe.
He's basically a cosmic god who can punch planets to bits, fly faster than light, duplicate himself, control minds, use telekinesis, reverse time, warp reality, and even just straight up erase people from existence.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get their attention, and that's fine.
And even
We
in
don't
Alien
want
X, he
that.
can't
Why
even
not?
be
We can just
harmed.
blink and we'd be gone.
While he's talking to the
Alien
two
X is
consciousness
so
in his
tough.
head,
He
he can't be
survived the
harmed.
destruction of the entire universe by the Annihilar and didn't feel a thing. Like, his durability was so through the roof, he didn't even realize total cosmic annihilation was happening right on top of him.
Based on rough estimates made by a NASA astrophysicist, the total mass energy of the universe in joules is 4,
Well, that doesn't seem very impressive.
followed by 69 zeros.
Oh, there it is.
And to top it off, Ben as Alien X went and just remade an entirely new universe identical to the old one.
Yep.
First of all, how the hell? Second, since he just made a copy universe, that technically means that all those characters we watched through the whole show are still dead. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Throw somebody a bone or something.
That's a pretty
However,
dark
celestial
episode, bruh.
sapiens are composed of multiple personalities.
When that freaking explosion happened, bruh, people don't realize Ben literally remade everybody. So he made a copy of his cousin. People died and he remade them. So all the people in his life are initial copies of the originals. All the originals are dead. Original Gwen is dead. Original Kevin's dead. All the originals are dead. He made new copies. So his original friends and families, they're all dead, bruh. That's crazy.
And if they can't unanimously agree on what action to take, which can take billions of years, all that power is basically useless.
But Ben convinced his extra personalities that that's really goddamn stupid and he should have full control all the time, so it doesn't matter. Why doesn't he just go full Alien X all the time?
Well, a little variety doesn't hurt, right? Plus, even without his alien forms, Ben is pretty clever and has a knack for getting himself out of trouble, even when things get really weird.
And he's saved the universe more times than he can count. He's defeated Vilgax when he had the power of a Cthulhu
Contain it,
god,
absorb
ended
the Big
the
Bang.
Hybrid conspiracy, and whooped
Recreated
another
universe,
celestial
saved the high
sapient,
breed
the
from
Galactic
extinction. I
Gladiator,
remember
by
that, bro.
flying so fast he created
Vince,
a galaxy-sized
Mikey.
black hole.
We can tell from the size of the black hole in relation to the galaxies in the background, as well as how long it took to create, that Alien X must have been flying approximately 7 quadrillion times faster than
Oh
light
my.
speed.
I get it, Wiz. Alien X is totally overpowered, but Ben doesn't keep any of those powers as a human.
Not much of a problem when the Omnitrix can instantly transform him fast enough to catch the Big Bang. The only thing
Yeah.
truly holding Ben back throughout his hero career was his immaturity, being
Yeah.
a 10-year-old and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that one time he messed with the Omnitrix and accidentally set it to self-destruct. After charging up for a few days, it would destroy the whole universe on its own. So that's not great.
Fortunately, Ben grew into a reliable and wildly successful hero by the time he reached the age of 16.
Yep.
He would continue his hero work into the future, eventually adopting the name Ben 10,000. The world can rest easy with Ben 10 as its first and best line of defense.
6-6 and Volcanus? What are they doing here?
About to get their alien butts kicked. That's what. Going hero.
Hal Jordan was just your average, devilishly handsome ladies' man and hotshot test pilot who discovered a crash-landed alien ship in the desert. Okay, so maybe he's not so average.
I'll say he found this guy Abin Sur dying in a crashed spaceship who gave Hal a little green ring before kicking the bucket.
And so, by reciting an ancient oath, Hal Jordan would become a Green Lantern.
Brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power.
Green Lantern's light! Bruh, that is an iconic.
The Green Lantern Corps is a
Phrase. That
universe-spanning
phrase is
law
iconic,
enforcement
bro.
organization founded by the immortal Malthusians, also known as the Guardians of the Universe.
Hey, there's Space Oompa Loompas.
More like leprechauns.
Okay, fine, whichever mythical creature you want.
No, I mean, a group of them traveled to Earth centuries ago and literally evolved into modern-day leprechauns.
I knew they were real.
Anyway, the Green Lantern Corps has patrolled the known universe for 3 billion years, recruiting members of every shape and size.
Including a living planet, a sentient smallpox virus, some guy with an exploding volcano for a head, a living math equation, and a squirrel.
Yep.
Man, even after all these years, Wiz, comics are weird.
Imagine what it felt like for Hal when he began training on the Guardian homeworld Oa. Over time, he grew to be one of the Corps' greatest members and defender of the universe.
Just with
And
that
he's
ring of
human.
his, it might look tiny, but if Mjolnir, Yoda, and years of therapy have taught me anything, it isn't the size that counts. It's what you do with it.
Right. The Green Lantern Power Ring is actually one of the most impressive weapons ever made. It's most
Mind
well known
control,
for its ability to create
regeneration,
hardened
atom
light
manipulation,
constructs
time
that function
travel,
identically
energy
to what they're
absorption.
inspired by.
Fuck.
Anything from boxing gloves to machine guns to an entire solar system. While a ring's wielder must be familiar with the object they're creating, they don't necessarily need to know all the ins and outs for it to function.
The ring's energy can boost Hal's strength and speed, and also protect him with a force field. He can shoot lasers, phase through objects, turn invisible, read minds, heal wounds, and fly through space faster than light.
The only true limit to a Power Ring's utility is its user's imagination, insofar as allowing the Green Lanterns to bend the rules of the universe to their whims.
In their
they
lantern.
can transmute matter and energy, manipulate
Charge
time, fill
batteries.
pocket dimensions, and warp the fabric of reality.
And even though Abin Sur went out like a bitch, the ring makes a competent Green Lantern really tough to kill. It has built-in defenses to protect against mind control, and it can sometimes yank its owner out of harm's way all on its own.
It can even defend against multiversal erasure events, like when Kilowog survived the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's right, this guy tanked a freaking retcon to the face. Whatever's in these rings, I want it in my dune buggy stat.
That would be pure, unfiltered willpower.
Yeah, how many miles to the gallon you think that is?
Okay, well, Green Lantern's ability stems from their own willpower. The stronger their will is, the more their ring can do.
So if willpower is green, does that make fear brown?
Yellow, actually, as dictated by the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, an energy field from which all emotion in the universe is derived.
Kinda like if the Force from Star Wars was a rainbow of feelings, and Hal's got more willpower busting out.
Bro, Green Lantern's lore is so deep, especially with the other Lantern Corps. You got those White Lanterns, even the Black Lanterns that are like resurrected. People that are resurrected. Jonah Hex became a Black Lantern. You got the Sapphires, the pink ones, the blue ones, the green, the orange Lanterns of Greed. Fear, the Red Lanterns, which is not Fear, Anger. Then you got Sinestro, of course, which is Fear. Bro, that in itself, it can be its own. Green Lantern on its own could be its own cinematic contained universe. It can literally be its own universe. That's how much of the lore that you can work with that. You can do a lot. It can be like almost, you can almost do as much with Green Lantern in film as you can do with possibly Star Wars. The lore is there. It's with tons of lore, tons of history. It's there. But, and then the add-on. You got other Justice League members. That's the app. You got other Justice League members. You got heroes from that time travel, Darkseid. All these other heroes and villains in the universe. Freaking Deathstroke. All these heroes. Titans. All these, you guys. The Green Lantern is just an add-on to DC. The lore in DC is already big enough. Green Lantern is its own lore and its own little thing. You can make a universe built off of Green Lanterns. You can. Shouts out to Green Lantern.
Than anybody else, which makes him really damn powerful and really damn reckless.
Yep.
Green Lantern's got this.
Oh, this one.
His enormous power
They
has led to his
dumped him.
possession by Parallax, an entity of fear, and caused entire planets to fall. But it's been said that knowing true fear made Hal's will even stronger than before.
Like when he went up against this blue dickweed Krona, who took control of all these space animal gods that embodied the different rainbow spectrum emotions.
Including Ion, the green basking shark of willpower. Yes, I know. Hal was able to overturn Krona's plan, which meant overpowering the literal embodiment of all willpower in the universe with his own willpower.
That sounds, impressive.
OP.
Impossible?
Impressible? Hal's been knocked through a planet, blasted by a supernova, and punched by the
Told the entire universe
reality-shattering
in a heartbeat.
Superboy Prime.
He was fast enough to fly to Earth from a planet
Hashtag
at the edge of
Flash
the
and Zoom.
universe. And factoring how DC's
Defeated
observable
Sinestro,
universe is
Parallax,
at least
Necron, and
100
Krona.
trillion light years in diameter,
Fuck.
Hal must have been flying well over 1.5 quintillion times the speed of light. And without the ring, Hal once had to pilot a ship traveling over light speed manually. As in, there were planets and stars in his way, and Hal had to steer.
And since he can match the god of willpower, he can pull off crazy will feats that other Green Lanterns have done. Like when Kyle Rayner held back a Big Bang.
But to be fair, the power ring is not perfect. It does carry a finite charge, and should he expend too much energy too quickly, he'll need his power battery to refuel.
Also, if his opponent can ruin his willpower, or even just his belief in himself, Hal won't be able to use the ring, which is lame.
Yeah, these powers are pretty complex. Batman once had a plan to trick Kyle into thinking he was blind, and because he believed he was, the ring reacted to his thoughts and actually made him blind.
But Hal's too badass to let a little sadness take him out for good. Hell, he's got the cojones to arrest God. But Wiz, I gotta address the yellow elephant in the room. Why the hell are Green Lanterns weak to yellow?
Ages ago, yes, the Green Lanterns couldn't affect anything yellow because Parallax had messed with their power source, but that is no longer the case, so Hal isn't held back by colors. And really, that's not even the worst weakness a Green Lantern ever had.
Oh yeah, way back in the day, a Green Lantern went rogue and tried to take over a planet of people with crude wooden weapons. And so as a great little F.U., the gods decided to make him weak to wood right before the blows started landing. Ah, good thing it's not a problem for Hal. Whether it be brightest day or blackest night, all should respect the emerald light of the Green Lantern. Or he'll willpower you to death, apparently.
Give up? Please say no.
You'll never catch me, Lantern.
The Royal Flesh King. Ah, he got smashed.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first,
Hey, I'm Chad, I play Boomstick.
I'm Ben, and I'm sick.
Yep. But we did want to tell you guys about...
Alright, before we start this, take your pick now. Take your picks. I'm serious. Take your picks. Because people either be disappointed, people are going to create videos, they're going to be pissed with the outcome. Look, when I'm looking at this, Hal's abilities, he has time travel, he caught Flash and Zoom, Ben's feats, He has an alien that can create a universe. At this point, Alien X could destroy the universe. And there's so many of these Alien X's. There's a reason they have two consciences that decide, because to keep them in constant, to keep the consciences in constant, to keep those two consciences occupied, so their bodies don't really do much, bruh. Because the defect with Hal, he needs his. They forgot that he needs his lantern, his thingy to charge his ring, you know. But I think my knowledge on Green Lantern is limited. I'm not sure if he can do the phrase in Blackest Day, yada yada yada, and be able to pull that energy straight like solar now, like universal. Does he need the lantern anymore? Does he need that little lantern to in Blackest Day, da 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 da? Does he still need that in order to recharge his ring? Because I know he needed it. He did used to have to need that. Is there in the current comics, is it so up to date that he doesn't need that lantern anymore? Hal has so much willpower he can summon it straight from the core of the planet without having to go directly to the planet? I'm just asking, But at this point, I'll just wait until results. I am not going to decide because bruh. You know what? I'm just go with Ben, bruh. I'm going with Ben. I'm gonna go with Ben. Let's go. Yeah! Let's get it. Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Nah. You better bump Ben up to Omniverse, Ben, bruh. Or are they just using his design for that? Does he have his current Omnitrix? He better have that current Omnitrix, bruh. He better have the current Omnitrix and Omniverse. Freak that Teen Titans Go Ben 10. He better have his current tools. But nah, bruh, this is not fair. This is not fair. You have This is not fair to Ben, bruh. You supposed to be using Omniverse Ben. The last time we left off of him. You can't go to Ben 10,000 because that character hasn't been developed. Death Battle. Why are you using Little Kid Ben? You should be using Omniverse Ben. Is the one we ended with officially. Watch. Ben's gonna lose because he's immature. Fuck. Let's go.
2814 at your service.
I can give you 10 good reasons right now to let me go.
Sorry, kid. Seems you're carrying a Class A galactic superweapon. I'll just take this. Okay, that's interesting.
You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's hero time!
Lights out, Punchy. Come on, kid. Let's stop this before it gets heated.
Too late.
Hey, you ever seen a supernova?
Several, actually.
I like the song, bro. That's your type.
I bet I can even beat you as gray matter.
What? I didn't mean literally.
Cute.
I stepped in loser.
Okay, battle's done. It's over. It's over. Oh my gosh, there's still more time.
This is Alien X.
It's over.
He controls all of reality.
End it.
This is over.
End it.
I don't care what kind of power you got.
Brightest day and blackest night. No evil shall
Oh my
escape
gosh,
my
what the
sight.
fuck?
Let those who worship
I forgot
evil
he can
might
do that.
Where my power? Green Lantern's light!
See, this is the problem, bro. Why are you using Ben? Ben as a kid. This is Ben as a kid they're using. Man, what the freak, bruh? Y'all supposed to be using his latest that he ended with. How you gonna give him his latest Omnitrix, but you ain't finna have him in his latest, his older form as a, you know, his Omniverse version where he's older. So you're gonna give him his current Omnitrix. And currently right now he's using his standard. Way Big was part of the first couple of transformations he had as a kid anyways, if you've seen Secrets of the Omnitrix movie. I'm over here like, wait a minute. You got him using his OG aliens. You got other aliens you can use, bro. Man, the death battle, bro. This ain't cool. This ain't cool. This ain't even fair. This is not even fair. You're using Kid Ben, bro. This is over. Hal wins this, bro. Hal wins. He's literally fighting a kid with this weapon. Hal wins off top, bro. It's over. Hal wins. It's over.
Care what kind of power.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
Reality includes time.
Okay. Death battle. I'm not mad. Wait a minute.
You're not the first doofus to try to take this. It's Hero Test.
Ew, I stepped in the loser. Oh, it hurts to laugh. Don't ask.
That wasn't
Well,
even fair,
That's
bruh.
another minor on our board of death.
Ben's absurd versatility and ingenuity put up a stellar fight, but Hal had the tools and skills he needed to ensure a victory.
Wow, the Omnitrix's millions of aliens is just nuts. He can only ever use one at a time, while Hal always has access to all of his power.
Wait, so you can... I thought the Omnitrix, if Ben's about to die, or something's going to happen to him, the Omnitrix... So as soon as Hal was going to get ready to cut his arm off, the Omnitrix should have immediately reacted. I'm just saying, does it only work when he dies? Because I think either way, if the user's body part is going... Unless Ben unlocks the Omnitrix and activates the failsafe to unlock it, and you know the commands to unlock it from his wrist, you can't really take it off like that. So immediately as Hal was about to cut it, shouldn't Omnitrix have immediately reacted and turned him into an alien to keep that from happening? And my other problem with this, this wasn't even fair. You used a clearly immature Ben to win this, bruh. Ben was not a kid in Alien Force. Ben was not a kid in Ultimate Alien. Look, I'm okay with you having Hal win, but you should have kept it G100 fair and aged up Ben to his current state, because Ben is not an immature kid no more. Sure, he'll, has his funny banter, but he ain't immature no more. He aged up to a point where he's probably one of the best plumbers in the galaxy. Up there, he's one of the best. He's space cop just like Hal is. He helps on Earth. He'll go to other planets. And I'm just like, you used a really... As soon as he turned into Alien X, he immediately won. I mean, let's be honest. But no, Death Battle wants to blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Look, I'm not saying I'm not okay with Hal winning. What I'm saying is, y'all handicapped Ben a lot, bruh. That wasn't even fair. So you're gonna Alright then. Death Battle should have used Hal, and like they should have used the version of Hal within his first month of being a Green Lantern and gave him all of his powers. They should have used that Hal. If we want to be fair, they freaking handicapped Ben and made him young. What the freak, bruh? That ain't even fair.
Even with the flexibility of Master Control, this meant Ben was always playing catch-up. Not a great position to be in considering Green Lantern's might.
Ben's Diamond Head form was tough, sure, but he wasn't surviving a planet exploding in his face. Accelerate was wicked fast, but not fast enough to cross the universe in an hour. And Way Big was really strong, but he didn't hit as hard as a supernova.
Hal simply outclassed all of Ben's options, except for one.
Yeah, how the hell did Hal beat Alien X? That thing is basically omnipotent.
Well, not exactly. Celestial Sapiens are extremely powerful, but they can be beaten in battle and have failed in the past. Like the time Alien X recreated the universe. He only did that because he couldn't stop it from being destroyed in the first place.
Because the only reason that Ben defeated that Alien X was because it was another Alien X that went up head up with Alien X. That was the only reason they was able to go head up with each other. Ben couldn't fight that Alien X with 4 arms and live. He couldn't. He would have been outclassed. So he had to turn to the same type of being to battle that other being. Because these beings are so powerful, they're not affected by time. They're not affected by reality. Just because our universe was destroyed, the other people of this species were not affected by it. Ben just recreated the universe. Sure, he could have stopped it. Let's be honest. Let's all be honest. Alien X could have easily stopped it. Let's be honest. If he can create it, why can't he stop it from being destroyed? I mean, let's be honest though. If he can create, why can't he stop from being destroyed? Cause he had Alien X has power to destroy and created a copy universe.
Alien X could definitely match a lot of Hal's power, but Hal had defenses against all of X's. Mind control? The ring protects Hal's head. Mess with time? Hal can do that too.
Yeah.
Trying to wipe him from existence? Please, Green Lanterns can survive an entire universe being erased.
Likewise, Alien X has never shown any defenses against the same kinds of things that Hal could replicate, like mind control, transmutation, and time manipulation.
Okay.
Ben and his alien forms put up a great fight, and Alien X is easily one of the most powerful combatants we've ever seen on Death Battle. However, Hal had the speed, versatility, and literal willpower necessary to claim his victory.
Guess you could say Hal...
Yeah, you put a little kid Ben in this fight anyways, but it's whatever though. It's whatever. I mean, it's whatever. But that wasn't fair, to be honest. But I'm okay with Hal Jordan winning. I'm fine with Hal Jordan winning. But that wasn't fair how y'all gonna use Ben as a kid. Y'all, they gonna use Ben as a kid. When by the end of the show, the true end, Omniverse, freak that Teen Titans Go version of Ben 10. When it ended, they made Ben Ben was what? 19, he was out of school. I'm just saying, if you're going to use Ben as a kid, you should have used Hal Jordan within his first month of being a Green Lantern. But I'm just saying. You know, at least be fair to which iteration you're going to use. You can't use Ben as a kid, then give him his latest abilities. Ben off top this is the problem. Ben off top shouldn't have been able to just jump to Alien X with his kid. Ben at the age of 10 could never have Alien X and haggle with the two consciousness. He's a 10-year-old boy. Here's the reason Ben aged up and had to go through stuff in order to talk to those two consciousness and be able to get control of Alien X. Benson was a 10-year-old boy. He would have never had enough experience, thought, or comprehension of what was going on with these beings to control Alien X. So you already put him at a disadvantage anyways. But, you know, I'm okay with Hal Jordan winning. I'm just saying, you gotta put some respect on Ben, bruh. You hype him up, then use his little kid.
I was definitely the ringer for this fight. Oh, whiz, don't be green with envy. That pun was 10 out of Ben.
The winner is Green Lantern.
Shouts out Hal. Hey, shouts out to Hal Jordan, though. I'll not take that win away from Hal. Hal is definitely OP. And like I say, I would like to see a universe of films with Al Jordan, homie. I would like to see it. But when DC gets back on track with Warner Brothers, you know, they're already getting back on track. They got Aquaman, they got Shazam, they got Wonder Woman, and they got Wonder Woman 84 that's coming up. And that's their change in the Joker movie. DC is revamping movies, bro. Warner Brothers, they're revamping. They're getting away from that Zack Snyder garbage. They're moving on. Patty Jenkins, James Wan, I like what they're taking. If the Joker movie's good, if the Joker movie's good and the director who directed it does good, keep him. Keep him. That's if the Joker movie does well, but I got hopes for that Joker movie. Because starting 2020, DC and Marvel, they finna be competing film for film. And that's just gonna be tight, bro. Competition's gonna be coming back into play, and that's gonna be nice. Shouts out to Hal Jordan, though. Shouts out to Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
I'm Sam, he's Luis. Neither of us are Wizard Moonstick, but don't go...
I mean, look, you guys, look. I was just mad at the fact that they used a young Ben. You know, either way, how he was able to... Either way, if you tried to wipe Hal, his ring protect him from that. But this is where the bullshit comes in, you know. But this is just to make a fight happen. This is just to make a fight. But so they're gonna have Hal immediately pull his lantern out of the portal, go get some more energy. That's when I was like, you know what? Alien X should have immediately been able to break the force field enough to do what he had to do and take out Hal from there, or snatch off the ring. But whatever, you know. But hey, that's to make a fight happen. Like I say, I'm okay with Hal winning. I'm not saying I'm not okay with it, but I'm not okay with how Death Battle is going to use a young Ben, a young iteration of Ben, but give him his Omni-Mage. That's like you taking Superman Clark Kent in his Smallville days, but you give him his suit, his powers, everything when he's Smallville days Superman. It's like, nah. There's a reason Superman goes through certain things to get to a point, and then he gets these. Then it's okay for them to give him more powers because he's advancing. You know, that's like me taking what's the best thing? Okay. That's like you taking Damian Wayne Batman, Damian Wayne Robin. Batman's dead, and you just hand Damian Wayne all of Batman's equipment, and he's the new Batman at 10 years old. It's like, nah, he needs to grow into it. I just don't like the version of Ben they used. I don't like that they just stuck with his main aliens. They use Accelerate, freaking forearms. Like, bruh, there's a Swamp Fire, freaking Humongous Sword. But hey, I'm okay with Hal winning. I just don't like how Death Battle went about this battle. I thought that was unfair. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. This was nice. This was cool. This was nice. But look, you guys have a very good day. Go show that peace, love, positivity all the time. Don't do drugs. This is heated. I know people finna be heated in the comment section. Go ahead and get heated, bro. We all finna be heated together. We all finna get mad at each other in the comments. Let's keep it peaceful. Let's keep it positive. You know, let's all educate each other. Let's just educate each other. But in my opinion, as soon as Hal was in this force field and he was cornered and he had to pull his lantern to get the willpower, at that point, I think Ben should have been able to break the force field with Alien X, get in there, grab him, beat him up to a point where he couldn't try to recharge his ring, and be able to snatch off the ring, and boom, waste his ass. But hey, I'm okay with Hal winning. I'm okay. Yeah, I ain't got no bad blood. I'm okay with Hal winning. But let's go ahead and end this video. It's your boy Kid Out, the first Black Super Saiyan, wherever on this planet. Peace, love, positivity all the time. Don't do drugs. Deuces.